E-learning is arguably the most popular form of learning today, and many people still ignore its origins, meaning, and potential. The word e-learning was first mentioned in a CBT systems seminar in 1999 and stands for electronic learning. That is, acquiring knowledge through digital media such as recorded video, audio, or basically anything you learn today from a computer, smartphone, or even in the television. From your online courses at university to your favorite podcast, that is e-learning. The idea behind e-learning has long been with us, much before computers or smartphones were even invented. In 1924, a professor at the Ohio University of Educational Psychology invented a machine that automatically tested students with multiple-choice questions, much like a computer would do nowadays. In the 1960s, professors at Stanford were already using computers to teach math. The 70s saw the birth of internet-based courses. The 80s, the personal computer. The 90s and the 2000s, the rise of learning management systems and massive open online courses. And today, well, everyone's looking at the metaverse. The thing is that humanity has always been trying to provide knowledge from long distances, and learning through mail correspondence has been a thing since forever. In the 19th century, Professor Isaac Pitman already used mail learning to teach his students stenography. And even Roman Stoic philosopher Seneca instructed his friend Lucilius through letters on various moral topics like friendship, duty, and love. But we're talking about e-learning, so how is e-learning today? E-learning is the natural evolution of our drive to make knowledge accessible, and we're lucky to witness the richest time in human history where people can just share information instantly. Last year, the number of people with internet access climbed to almost 5 billion users. That's over 60% of the world's total population spread across all continents. This means that even people living in developing countries have access to the largest library ever conceived in humanity's history. We're literally at a turning point in history where the internet and e-learning provide the opportunity for everyone to access quality education through MOOCs, online university courses, podcasts, and all kinds of educational digital media. Over the last decade, traditional learning has rapidly experienced a transition towards a hybrid model of education where e-learning has become a behemoth on all fronts. Let's see some numbers. The e-learning market has grown 900% since the year 2000 and is expected to reach around 450 billion worth by 2026. This also includes corporate e-learning, which is expected to increase by 250% for the same year. In fact, 90% of companies already provide their employees with some form of digital learning, and 40% of the Fortune 500 companies use it regularly for training. The big game, however, is in the higher education sector, with 98% of United States universities offering online courses and 75% of US schools planning to operate entirely online. This makes sense when you consider that 70% of students think online classes are better than traditional ones. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. These numbers will only get bigger given the potential of e-learning over traditional face-to-face education. Let's see some of these advantages. First of all, e-learning is accessible wherever you are, whenever you want. MOOCs, recorded videos, tutorials. By definition, e-learning only requires access to the internet and a laptop or smartphone. You can log into your online university campus or your favorite course in Coursera from anywhere, and the content will always be the same. This is why e-learning is so compelling. It adapts to you, whatever your circumstances are, and we live in a hectic world. The second advantage is that e-learning saves time and money. This is partly just a consequence of the previous point. All the time you are not spending traveling or commuting is time you can spend learning something new or taking care of your responsibilities. There are countless of educational lectures, podcasts, and videos in YouTube with millions of views that won't go anywhere. You can spend a whole day surfing through online lectures and get educational content worth several weeks of face-to-face lectures from a traditional university. And it is much cheaper for any institution to produce content for an e-learning program since it's a one-time investment. And the third advantage would be that e-learning has better retention. This is arguably the most debatable point of the three, since at the end of the day it comes to personal preference. But research shows that students retain about 25 to 60% more information from online courses. And the same goes for corporate training. E-learning participants learn about 5 times more from digital media than from traditional training programs. Just think in your own learning experience. Would you rather go back to that class at 8:30 in the morning and numbly listen to 2 hours of monotone speech? Or watch your favorite lecturer from a university while drinking a coffee on the couch? Tell us down below. And that's everything we have for today. At Smowltech, we work daily to provide you with the tools necessary to conduct distance learning programs with integrity and reliability through our proctoring packages. If you want to know more about us, please visit us in our site and stay tuned for future videos. Bye!